as much as it pains me, Constant Contact, which you are seeing on the screen right now, is literally the highest delivery rate, bar none. They have the thinnest skin. Does that make sense, Chuck, Joe, Sharon? When I mean thinnest skin, you go over the percentages one time, you're going to lose your account. Got it? I can't stress this enough. You will lose your account on this completely. Like no jokes. You get hit with spam, you get hit with too many opt-outs, you get hit with people that are hard bounces, anything. Constant Contact is literally the thinnest skin of the pile. I'm telling you this as, I guess, the correct political term is spammer. I'm a spammer, okay? Option number 2, in my humble opinion. Here's how I originally started to look for everything. I typed in best bulk email service providers. Okay. And there are people who create top 10 lists. Don't read the ads. Okay. But this right here, the 7 best email, all of them are good. I can only share with you the ones that I've used. They rate Constant Contact number 1. I rate Constant Contact number 1. I have used them. I have not used Drip. I have used ConvertKit. Again, another company with very thin skin. And it seems to be more about creating drip pages and things of that nature. Does that make sense? A lot of these pages now help you create pages and drip lines. You're not doing that. You're feeding your group. Aweber. All right. That's the one I'm currently on. It's just an email provider. It doesn't have anything too tangibly crazy. I mean, they've got integrations you can add on and drip lines and drip pages, but by and large, it is just an email provider. Number 5 is GetResponse. I've used GetResponse. It's kind of pricey. The delivery rate was okay. I don't have much to say about it. MailChimp, which you've heard me talk about a million times on this call. Okay. MailChimp is free for the first couple thousand contacts, 2,000 subscribers, right? And you can do a couple of emails to them over the course of a month. The problem I have with MailChimp, their delivery rate isn't really that good, but their pricing is phenomenal. Now, they have an engine that checks emails that is, in my opinion, because they take any Tom, Dick, or Harry to send these 12,000 right here, okay, this whole free plan that they run, they check emails to see if they come from paid lists. So if you buy a list, you scrub the list, and you put that list into MailChimp. I am telling you all up front, more than likely of all the services, MailChimp is going to catch it. Does that make sense? I've never used ActiveCampaign, don't have any feedback, and that's it. And the bottom dwellers are like iContact and things of that nature. So my opinion, if you can afford it and you've got the budget, it's Constant Contact. If you've got clean contacts, you're taking all of your business cards and you're turning them into a list. If you're really serious about it, Constant Contact is by far the best. It's a little pricier than everybody else, but it is what it is. Are we all good to this point? Step next. We are now on Aweber. We have an account. We have uploaded our list. I'll send you guys a contact link if you guys want to move to Aweber. I have an account rep who I'm sure would love to take all of your business. So I now have my list in place. Okay? I will. I'll send it with our email afterwards in the replay. Okay, Chuck? So what you're looking at is my first email on Aweber. All right. I needed to see how good this list was on Aweber. So what I wanted to do was create an email. I will send Aweber link. Trust me. You guys will get it after the call. So what I'm going to do is click and create a message in most cases. What I'm going to do is show you the one that I sent out the other day. So I'm not going to send another one out. So my goal is Covina, right? So the first thing I want to do is find a news story that is germane to the city of Covina. So I'm going to type in Covina, enter, and hit the news link. You guys can all handle this, right? This is a little too aggressive. Man charged with threatening high school in West Covina. Voters approve Covina measure on sales tax. Lucky us. Former Cal Poly president dies at 91. I'd say that's a good run. West Covina councilman loses re-election bid. That looks like his high school photo. This is the one I went with. Teen killed in West Covina shooting identified. I think this is a germane story. I think the people who live in the area should know the story. West Covina sits right on the Covina border. West Covina is technically LA when you're buying lists. You can't really get a real West Covina list. It's more of LA, so I don't deal with it. Covina kind of bleeds into West Covina. I'm not having a long discussion about that, but that's what it is. Hi, David. You did make it on the call. I'll finish up.
I did, sorry.
That's all right.
Life is a little crazy. Yeah.
No, I understand. So I just copied this entire article. Now, here's the mistake that everybody makes. You get an article like this, you copy it, and decide you're going to use it as content. That is 100% wrong way to do it. All right? Get yourself a blank document on Word and turn it into text, just like that. Very easy. You're pasting it on. One of the features you get down at the bottom is this little control feature. The one on the very end is keep text only. So now I have a text version of that article. I'm going to copy it. Now I have it. Now I can create an Aweber email to go out because I wanted to test it. And that's what you're actually looking at. The subject line was pretty simple. I wanted to get a high open rate to make sure my list was okay. So it's teen killed in West Covina. This is exactly the same article in text. That is the picture that was from the original. There's nothing crazy going on here. I didn't add any advertising. Okay? Now, the big move. This one was just to test the list. Everybody got that? If I wanted to drive traffic, I would take out 3/4 of the article and in capitals write read more. Then highlight the read more, then paste a link. Now, many of you don't have websites. I get that. So if your article is on, say, Facebook, right, you can paste an article right onto Facebook. Here's the exact article right there. I just pasted it to my Facebook, right? Once I post that, it has a unique link, right? So what I can do, I'll show you with a video. Leave this page, go to the videos. Come on. So here's a video that I posted yesterday. Up at the top is a unique link. Okay. So I'm picking the unique link and using that as a video. And I'm going back to my article. Does this make sense to everybody? I'm checking with everybody really quick. All right, good. I know I'm going fast. I'm recording it. I'm just trying to get through it because David's here. We can get to good stuff. So just assume that this is your article. You can post it to your page or to your group or wherever you want to post it. I don't really care, okay? So now I'm going to use that as my link and tell it okay. So now I'm sending this out and I'm driving them now at my Facebook page. And if you don't think that I don't personally use my Facebook page to drive people at, you're completely wrong. As a side note, real quick, when you go to honish.com, I don't know how this is going to sound as a replay on audio, but on honish.com, if you click on About Lee, it's actually going to take you to my Facebook page where again, there's the unique link, right? I put my profile, my entire work profile on Facebook. Do you know why? I want people to be socially active with me. This is about engaging. If I'm Facebook fishing, I want to engage. When I get people on my website, I want them to engage. There's also a whole SEO thing, but I don't need to get into that. And just so I had the same debate as many of you, because I actually had a real estate agent write me and say, Lee, I don't have Facebook, which is crazy for our line of work. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when you don't have Facebook. So when you open it in an incognito window, guess what? My biography, my resume still shows up. You just click not now, and you could still read because I made everything public. Okay? You can post full articles on Facebook and use that to drive your traffic ad. This is why I want you guys to be so diligent with how your Facebook profile looks, right? Everything on my Facebook profile is set for image. It's not set for work. You won't see any work on my personal timeline. This right here is going to disappear at the end of the day. I just put this up because I was going after something else. But this is how my timeline normally looks. Family driven, family related, pictures of Mackenzie, pictures of Diana. You don't find work related stuff. I'm creating a perception of a family person. For those of you who know me, you realize how ridiculous that actually is. But David knows me and he knows how ridiculous that is. But the photos are accurate. All right. And that's the image I'm trying to portray there. Got it? Are we all good? So this is what the finished product will look like when you send it out. So this is what somebody in Covina would get if they clicked on read more. It would open them up in their Facebook feed and you win the game. Now, if you fed that into a drip line to read an article, whatever it is, doesn't really matter. But this is what I sent out. And the final product looks like this. Let me show you the final numbers. I was really disappointed, actually, with this list. I may kill the whole thing. I only had a 1.7% open rate. They didn't have anything to click. Another 22% of that list bounced. In real time, 2,000 of my email addresses bounced, and I only had 154 opens out of 11,000 emails. This isn't very good. I'm going to have to strongly consider getting rid of this email list or paring it down. But the subject line of teen killed in West Covina should get at least a 20% open rate. And that's how you feed your list and do emails. I am now joined by David Bartels. First and foremost, how you doing, David?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing good. How's everything out in the valley?
Well, I'm in Thousand Oaks, and we've been in the news a lot between the shootings and the fires, and so it's a little somber mood. Not many people are that interested in talking about buying and selling real estate at the moment, but that should pass unless they lost their house, and they have lots of urgency, but they want to rent, they don't want to buy. So it's we're adjusting. We're just trying to be good stewards of our community and just try to get back to normal.
Without being callous about this, because I do feel for all of you out there, it's affecting everybody. But I'm just looking at it from a completely asset manager point of view. I mean, this is like Katrina or anything else, right? And I don't ever think that any of us in real estate ever think about what it affects on a real estate level. Like nobody sees a shooting, nobody sees a fire as having an effect on an entire community in a trickle-down theory. You're in the middle of it firsthand. That must be devastating.
Well, I don't know if it's devastating, but what it does is it kind of puts everything in perspective. And all of a sudden the things that that were really important to you last week are kind of secondary in nature, as you just focus on, the human side of it, the tragedy of it. And you see people, a community really pulling together to support those in need, which is heartwarming. And it just makes everything a little real, a little heavier, a little more purposeful. And, that's the good news. The bad news is that's going to pass. We're going to get back to normal soon.
Right.
So, what do you do? Right now you just keep pushing.
Yeah, it's a pretty awe-inspiring thing to see everybody come together. Of course, many of you on the call know